And this is, did we pull credit on the wife?
We haven't pulled credit on the wife yet. She
Okay.
wasn't at home.
So
So that we would have
you
to
need
do
to pull
because
credit
it's
on the wife
community
because it's
state.
community
If we're gonna
property
use her
state,
income.
and you need her income, and you need her debts
Correct.
included into the ratios because she may have debts too. So that's one thing that you're going to need. And what is the keep going down?
No problem. That's the 5146 number. Is this your cell phone?
Okay, so we basically have a clean, perfect credit file. What's the and these are first time buyers, you said?
First time home buyers.
Do they have rental history?
No. The house that they live in, the mom and dad, his mother, his in-laws split up. So the trailer that they live in is still under mother-in-law's name, but he came and paid the rest of the balance, so it's paid off
And how long have they been living there for?
since 2010.
Okay, remember with USDA, if you have over a 680 credit score, you don't need rental history.
Right.
So you're good there. Do they have reserves?
He has 10,000
Oh,
reserves.
that's right, they have 10,000 reserves.
And then I
Okay.
also, since we're going the USDA route, and I knew that he wasn't renting, I verified if he had any alternate trade lines if necessary. So he does have his.
Well, you won't need alternate because you have the 212 trades, and then you have reserves.
Right.
So it's a good that you.
I kind of went through it before I pulled
Yeah.
through here just to kind of get all my ducks in a row.
Right. Okay. What's the person's income?
He brings in $32.50 a month.
Okay.
That's $7.50 a week he makes.
What's the nature of the income though?
He's he gets checks. He works for a company. He does remodeling.
Okay. Well, is he an employee or
He's an
10?
employee.
Okay.
He works for somebody.
Does he get paid hourly or salary?
He gets paid salaries, $7.50 a week.
And how long has he been there?
He's been there a year and a half. Before that, he was in welding for 5 years.
Okay.
And when the economy kind of shifted, he got laid off from that.
Okay. And is he I'm sorry, you said what is his job? What does he do?
He's basically he does remodeling.
Okay. Do you think he has any unreimbursed expenses on that type of job?
He could.
It's possible.
Very much possible.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess the points here we need the wife's income, we need to pull her credit, and we need to obviously get tax returns. But so far they look good to get pre-approved. But there's some points we need to figure out. We can't give these people a pre-approval letter yet.
Correct.
Because we don't have enough information, right?
Correct.
What happens if you gave a pre-approval letter and he comes back, the wife makes $40,000 a year and has got $800 in debt, has a mortgage, and then they go and put her under contract on another house, and then the deal blows up.
Correct.
Now, obviously, that's a worst case scenario, but it happens a lot, and we want to prevent that from happening. And so we know in a community property state, we have to include the even if the spouse is not going alone, we still have to include her debts. But if she's not going alone, we cannot use her income for qualification, but for income cap, we must use it.
Mm-hmm.
See, for qualification, if she's not going alone, we can't use her income, but we must use it for income cap purposes.
Correct.
So it goes against the person. So, but we just need to find these things out. Once we find these things out, then we can come back and determine what they're going to get approved for. So far, it looks like you have a good loan, though.
Okay.
And if they are below the cap for MCC, that may be something that we use to help them reduce their ratios. Now, that price of 125, where did that number come from?
That's the guy is he's selling the house for $130,000.
The house they're living in?
The house he's looking to purchase.
Okay.
It's a first time. I mean, it's a for sale by owner, FSBO. And the guy, he talked to the guy already. He wants $130,000 for, and so 125 is I gave him the option of if we do 3.5% down FHA.
Okay. Now, one thing you want to do that you already have, if you know the home, you want to get the address of the property.
He didn't have the address.
Okay. Go online and check out the house too, because remember, there's two approvals here. There's a borrower and a house approval.
Correct.
Make sure that there's no funky stuff going on with the house. It's not falling apart. There's no mobile homes or trailers attached to it. There's not multi-units. All these things. And then you're probably going to be acting as the realtor in the deal, which is good, and you can prepare the contract through Rocket Lawyer. So just contact the seller, and once we get this guy approved, you'll contact the seller, and you have to take the responsibility to wrap the deal up. Okay?
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. But you're on it looks like you have a promising loan here. We just got to go a little bit deeper into it. And if you end up going USDA 45 days for close, on 130, I think you're going to need about, what does that sheet say, about 4% concessions. If you use MCC, you will need 5%.
Okay.
Because the MCC costs 1% in Texas. And this is assuming that the buyer doesn't want to pay for the closing costs.
Okay.
So just these are things that you want to be thinking about in your checklist. So,
Okay.
okay? But it looks like you have a track to run on though.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.